Wherever you are and however you are listening, thank you so much for being back with us on another episode of the Virtual GM Podcast. Today, we were going to talk about maximizing OTAs, but then our segue got a little wonky and we just started talking about how grateful we are to be in hospitality. So it's a two-parter. You get all the reasons why we love hospitality, and then in the show notes, I have one of our most downloaded episodes ever, which is maximizing OTAs. So if you miss Spencer's voice and you want to hear it, this is the episode for you because we're bringing him back from the past, and you get to see all the things you need to do in your property to maximize OTA revenue. Thank you so much for being with us on another episode. Be sure to like and subscribe, and most importantly, enjoy the episode.
Welcome back to another episode of Virtual GM Podcast. You've got your hosts today, Cody and Meagan. Oh, it's exciting. It's an exciting day.
I tell you, it's beautiful outside. The sun's shining.
May
the weather's
22nd.
great.
Guess what today is? It's the last day of school.
Damn.
School's over
Man,
here.
I tell you, life is crazy. It goes by so fast.
I don't even...
It is hard to fathom.
It is.
The speed at which life comes at you.
Just like our brains just can't compute it, right?
Well, and I guess they say as you get older, it goes by faster. But it's just, I mean, I went over to the Formato's house the other day, and they had just seen Olivia like a week ago, and they were like, oh my God, she grew 2 inches. And it's like, I know. Somehow she just blossomed into more of a woman, like overnight, you know?
No,
and
I know.
It's like...
She's a young woman.
I mean, I feel like just yesterday, they were like, Cash was a little baby.
I know. That's why it's so important. You just got to live in the moment. You got to enjoy life as it is, you know?
Well...
Stop worrying about all the things that just don't matter.
Yeah.
Because it does go by so quickly. I mean... in a blink of an eye, your kids are grown up.
Well,
you know?
and someone was saying that like once your kids become like 13, like you don't have 18 years, you have like 13 years, because once they're 13, their life changes and their ambitions change and the things they want to do change. And then their friends are more important. And then like think about when you were 16. I was never with my parents when I was 16.
No.
Ever.
Never.
I wasn't even home.
I didn't start hanging out with my parents again until we were probably...
in your 20s?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know,
and because I was in a relationship, like
yeah,
had
right.
I
Otherwise,
not been in a
you wouldn't have
relationship,
been, yeah.
probably not.
Right. Yeah. I mean, when I was 16, I was never home ever.
No.
And if I was home, I wasn't with them.
No.
I was
You were in
my
your bedroom.
room. Yeah. Playing video games.
Secluded.
Or texting on my T9, you know?
Oh, yeah. Flip phone.
Yeah.
Slide. Oh, those were the
Scoop.
days. The scoop.
Tell Michaela we want our $220.
That was my favorite phone. Anyways, so we just totally skipped over our segues, but I feel like that was my segue. Personal. Last day of school.
I mean, that's just crazy.
Honestly, it's been a great school year, but man, I'm excited to for the kids to have some freedom.
Yeah.
The weather's so nice, and it's like so nice. Like at 9 o'clock, you don't even want to go to bed. And years past, I'll be honest.
Oh man.
I'm that mom. Kids are in bed at 8.
Our poor children. It's fucking sunny outside. There's kids frolicking about, having the time of their lives. It's still 90 degrees out, and Megan's like, get in bed.
The kids are like, I don't get it. The sun's still out. I'm like, yep, nope, still, it's bedtime. But they need sleep, okay? They need sleep, and our kids don't sleep in. But I feel like as they're getting older, like I feel like this year's going to be
This might be the first
different.
summer they actually sleep in.
At least till 8:30 or something.
Yeah, I mean, I was their age. I slept until 11.
I mean, that's not going to fly at our house, but, you know. Extra an hour and a half of sleep would be great in the morning.
I would say if they got up at 10, that would be killing the game.
No.
10's fine. They're little kids. They got nothing to do. They got nowhere to be.
Sorry, not happening.
I thought sleep was important.
It is, but sleeping till 10, no, they need to be up and moving. They're early birds. They're not like you. They didn't get that part of you, which I'm glad. Don't need them sleeping their life away. Anyway. So,
also, Megan's referencing me as a child, not me as an adult.
Yeah.
Oh.
You can't
I could sleep in. Yeah, that's true. If you guys would just let me be.
We won't mention what time you'd wake up, but
I could probably crush like a noon wake up.
Oh, yeah. Something wrong with that. Your chronotype's just different.
Yeah, I'm a night person.
Yeah. We're not. We're morning people. That was a very long segue. But it's exciting. Summer's here. It
feels good.
You know, it
feels
really,
good to feel good.
Yeah. It's just a fun part of life.
When you wake up in the morning and it's nice outside, shit's just different.
And you don't have to be somewhere.
And when the birds are chirping and you go outside and it's like, this is what life is, you know?
Yeah.
I get that we have to have seasonality, but the winter sucks.
It's there for a reason. You can't enjoy summer as much as you do if you didn't have winter.
I know, because when summer's over, you're like, oh, I can't wait for it to cool down. But
well, you can't wait for it to cool down. You can't wait for things to slow down. You can't have your fast pace of life work, having 12 hours a day of sun and do that all year long, all your life. Like you have to have winter,
you're right? Yeah, and you're always ready for it when it comes. But I guess you're just ready for the sun when it's here too. Like I got to golf this week with some friends of mine, and it was just so beautiful out. And it was like, man, like this is why I live here. This is why I live in Southern Utah, because it is just so beautiful and so stunning. And I just need the sun.
Yeah,
like it refuels me and replenishes me in a way that nothing else does.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally. So that's your personal golf?
No. Actually, it was, but then I crossed it out and wrote something else.
That's so funny. Business quickly. I mean, we're already into full swing of our season, which is crazy.
Yeah, it is wild.
Yeah. Anyways, more talk about time.
Okay, so my business best is Hotel Pontotoc finally opened. So they open on May 19th, which is so exciting.
That is exciting.
This has been a project in the making for a long time. We did a whole episode about it, probably like 4 or 5 episodes ago. Just one of the coolest hotels as far as story and history goes in our portfolio.
Yeah.
Just really amazing. And it's such a cool vibe right in the heart of Memphis. You definitely want to check it out. Hotelpontotoc.com, Pontotoc. And that's what it's been called forever. Go to their Instagram. You can see a really cool reel where we revitalized the old sign. And I just can't wait for them to really start. There's amazing hotels in Memphis. It's crazy. I didn't know that, obviously, but looking into it, there's so many cool hotels.
Have you ever been there?
No, I've never been.
I've driven through.
And it's down by the FedEx Forum where the Grizzlies play, and there's amazing concert venues, and they've just got so much to offer. Of course, huge blues scene. And so something you absolutely want to check out. If you're a fan of Elvis and Graceland, then you got to go stay here. So that's really exciting. I'm so happy for them that they're open and running. And then I am a part of a fantasy football league that we've been doing for like 20 years. And every year we all get together and go to our fantasy draft somewhere, which is really cool. I mean, we've been doing that this is like our 11th or 12th year, over a decade. We've been doing this.
Wow.
And this year we didn't know where to go. And so we had 4 different people pitch ideas, and we had a Zoom call with all of our friends and made a PowerPoints presentations about where we should go and why. I was pitching the Broadmoor in Colorado Springs. If you haven't been or don't know what it is, please look it up. Truly one of the most iconic hotels in America. I mean, there is $1 million art just in the hallways.
That's
the hallways
why
are
the
museums.
nightly price is so expensive.
Yeah, it's not cheap, but man, is it worth it. And so that was my pitch. Ultimately, Huntington Beach ended up winning, which is really exciting. We're going to go see an Angels game, and we get to golf some amazing golf courses. It'll be nice because we go in like, when do we go? Is that
you
August?
go like the weekend before
second last weekend in August.
Labor Day.
So it's hot.
Is Labor Day?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, Memorial Day's coming up. Yeah.
And like last year we were by Lake Powell. The year before that we were in Scottsdale. And so when we golfed in Scottsdale, it was like 115 degrees outside.
Yeah.
So now we're going to be in Huntington. It's going to be like 80, so.
Or 65.
Yeah, or 65.
You could be freezing.
Yeah. So that's exciting. And we're going to do a whole caravan and all drive there together. So it's planned now and really cool.
Bunch of dads.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's almost everybody. Almost everybody. But yeah, it's so cool to have these relationships that you get to keep from high school and to still have them.
It's not like you just keep them. Like you put time and effort into them.
And I think that's so special, because they've been through it all with you, all the growing pains and the ups and the downs, and to keep that friendship going for as long as it has. And we don't see each other often throughout the course of our regular lives, but at least
you're
we
in
have
a group
this
chat where you get like 100 text messages a day.
Correct.
So you're really
we're 42 deep so far in this recording.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Who does that?
This group.
Why?
Well, there's so much going on in the world right now. Talk about tariffs and inflation and the NBA playoffs. I mean, there's a lot of exciting stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so, we are pretty deep in the podcast now. We should probably talk about what we're here for. The listener, if this is your first episode, I apologize. We just kind of rambled a little bit here. But also, this is how you get to know us.
Yeah.
And I think, what a cool window into Vibrant and into us,
Mm-hmm.
So if you like it, awesome. And if you don't, give us another shot next week. It'll be different. Okay, so what are we talking about today?
Well, we're going to talk about how to navigate OTAs and how to maximize our direct bookings because, duh.
I think what we're going to do, because this is such an important topic, and we'll come across some independent properties that have 70% of their bookings are coming from OTAs. And it's so easy to rely on that as an independent property without a great digital presence or without any marketing. But you don't realize that those are not your guests.
Mm-hmm.
They're Expedia's or Booking.com's guests. And you're really not growing your brand, you're growing theirs. And so it's so critically important. And we have an awesome episode. In fact, it's one of our most downloaded episodes ever that Spencer and I did a few years ago on maximizing OTAs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the link to that episode in the show notes because we've already covered it in really great detail. And I know that it was important because of the downloads it received. And so I want you, if you're listening to this, to click on the show notes and go to that episode because that's going to tell you everything that you need to know. And what I really want to talk about with you and me, and we'll make it short, this will be your Drive to Work podcast, but why do you love the industry of hospitality?
Ooh. You're going to throw that question at me right now.
Well, the thing is, it's a very casual episode. I mean, I'm in a full recline. If you're watching on YouTube,
I want to be in a recline.
Well, recline back.
Well, no.
You can do it.
It's fine.
Because it is a fucking amazing industry. Like, I am so grateful that I stumbled into this industry because it wasn't planned. I wasn't in pursuit of it. I got really lucky and fell into it. And I couldn't imagine any other industry bringing me the joy that this does. Mm-hmm. Like the things that we've done with our families, the hotels that they've experienced, the travel that they've done, and in large part because of our appreciation for what hospitality is.
Yeah.
And the connections you get.
Yeah.
Go ahead, what were you going to say?
Well, I think for me, like I've always been customer service based in my whole life, right?
Yeah.
Maybe
even when you were in a sales job,
right? Like I just really love helping people. And so I think for me, it's people who love to have experiences, right?
Yeah.
And I want to make their experience, like I want to elevate their experience. And it's not even anything crazy that I do, but like even just the way that I communicate, you know, like wishing people a great day and safe travels and, putting smiley faces. Like, I think that's why I like hospitality so much because I get to go and experience things.
Yeah.
Which then,
gives you an appreciation.
An appreciation and a different perspective, right? And I see what I like and what I don't like and what I would like to offer more of. But I like being able to deliver and help deliver a good customer experience, for these people who are traveling outside their home and they're going and doing these things.
And it's meant to be a memory that hopefully they'll have forever. And you want that to be positive,
Yes.
We shared a few episodes back, like that day on the beach at the Del Coronado is one of my top 10 memories of my life. In fact, most of my great memories, truthfully, the things that really stick with me and are special moments in my life, most of them probably took place during vacations.
Yeah.
Because you're with your family and you're not doing anything else. You're not in the rat race and you just
slow down and enjoy.
I mean, think about, and so this is interesting. I asked my kids independently what their favorite vacation was. And both of them said Tulum, which we went like 3 years ago for spring break. Mm-hmm. And Tulum is amazing. And now the airport's open.
Yeah,
so I would go back.
Yeah.
But the fact that they both said it as their favorite was really insightful. And then Cash was talking about swimming with the turtles and going in the cenotes. And like the cenote was scary. As an adult, it was like, oh, shit.
I was frightened.
And then he turned the flashlight off, and it was the darkest dark you've ever seen in all the darkness.
And you're in water when you don't know what.
And they did it, And so it's like that will be a core memory for them that they'll remember for their entire life.
It's because they did something that was scary and so unknown. And we swam in the ocean with turtles.
Swam.
Like really
we went
swam out. Yeah. But that's scary. Liv's terrified of the ocean. So I think doing something that really pushes your boundaries and your limits probably is what made it so memorable.
Well, and like we went to Tulum because Hilton opened up a new all-inclusive there, which I know because we're in hospitality. Right. And then because of that, like I understand the benefits of particular things in hospitality. So like we got the Amex Hilton card because we travel a lot, but not like I'm not a business traveler. Yeah. So I'm not getting diamond status just on my own travel because I don't travel enough. But with that Amex card with Hilton, you get automatic diamond status, which gets you the upgrades and gets you the credits. And so We go to Tulum. We had like a regular 2-queen room, get upgraded to a 1-bedroom suite.
Yeah.
We did, and your mom did.
Right.
And so we have this awesome experience at this brand new, because it was like, it had been open like maybe 6 months to a year at that point. I mean, it's brand new. And so we're at this brand new resort and we get all these incredible experiences. Even like last year for Thanksgiving, going and renting that catamaran and like having that special day and like you going down and pulling up the conch shell and like just having that and like speaking to Miguel on the boat. And those are just things that are so special in life, and it all is because of hospitality.
Yeah. Well, and I think if you're even thinking about it, just do it. Like you'll figure it out.
Well,
you know?
And you know what I really, really love about hospitality? We talked about the Cliff Rose. We talked about Z. So Z started, at housekeeping, and now he's a director of sales of one of the best curios in the world.
Yeah.
Like that is something special. That's a big deal.
Sure.
And almost every CEO that I meet in hospitality, or the president of the hotel, or the general manager, almost I had someone on from the hotel in Miami who's also on the advisory board for the Independent Hotel Show. She started in housekeeping and now she runs this incredible multi-million-dollar hotel. Took 20 years.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's any other industry where you can actually start at the bottom. And if you just stick around at it and you're good at it, you will eventually be at the top.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And I don't know that that's true of any other industry. Even thinking of like Kyle, who worked for Vibrant. He started as an intern with us for $10 an hour. Worked with us through school, ended up getting a great salary, really growing his career as a social media director, ended up creating his own media company because of what he experienced. Right. And now he's working at, what's the name of the new hotel in Salt Lake?
I don't know.
They took over Union Station. It's an amazing new luxury Marriott property. And now he's going to grow in that,
that's
I
cool.
fully believe as long as Kyle keeps his head down and he's got such an infectious, great personality. He's perfect for hospitality. He will be running a hotel one day.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot of places you can do that. And you don't have to go to school. You just have to have a good work ethic, a good smile, and like people.
Yeah.
And I think...
yeah, you have to like people.
Yeah, if you don't like
Please
people...
don't get into hospitality if you
else.
don't like people.
We run across those.
Honestly, it's the worst. Like, that's why I think like traveling is so important, because somebody can really make or break a moment for you.
Oh, yeah.
And really sour your experience or really make it great.
Absolutely.
Like that guy who helped us at the Biltmore last year. He was so amazing.
Incredible.
It was like, wow, you're upping our energy. We already know we're going to love this state, right? But
absolutely.
it could also be the complete opposite. So if you don't like people, you're having a bad day, don't go to work that day.
Yeah, stay home.
Like, don't ruin somebody's vacation.
You are so right. And I think, like, as we talked about a few episodes back about like hospitality events, and I think the reason that BITAC is so incredible is because those are all hospitality professionals. They've been doing it their whole lives.
Yeah.
And what better group of people to hang out than people who love making other people's experiences
1,000%.
great. Everyone's got a smile. They're happy. And they want to also support you.
Yeah.
Like Nick, we talked about his company, Amaze Insights. His company doesn't make sense for our portfolio because we're too small, but he will introduce me to people who do make sense.
Yeah.
And like Michael from Curiosity, who's got the B-Side Motel and Bannon that he's trying to sell. I talked about it with everybody that I could that I thought made sense for him.
Yeah.
And they're like, are you a broker? And I said, no, I just like Michael and I think he's awesome and I'm just here to help people.
Yeah.
Like I have nothing to gain from that other than I think Michael's great and awesome to work with. And I really believe that it's a great property. So if you're looking for a great property, then let me connect you, you know? And so I think it is just such a special industry to be in. And you are, and oftentimes in this business, like the people who come visit our properties, especially, like it may be a once in a lifetime.
1,000%.
I live in a city and I'm coming out to Zion. I've never been out west. I've never seen mountains. And it is a core memory for them.
Yeah. And if you can make your interaction exciting for them and memorable for them, like, and you're excited that they're there, I love that part, And then I love hearing the feedback, like, oh, staff was great. You know what I mean? Like it makes you feel good.
Oh, there's nothing better than reading a review and saying like the communication with the staff was amazing. It was effortless. Well, and like Renee lives in Illinois and she owns the Shelbyville Inn. And she's coming out.
In Shelbyville.
Yeah, it's Shelby Inn in Shelbyville. She's coming out and she's going to kayak the Colorado River at Cliff Dwellers. She's going to take out the e-bikes with Greater Zion e-bikes.
Cool.
She's staying at our properties. Like
where's she staying?
The bungalows.
Oh, sweet.
And so it's like, I'm so excited for her.
Yeah.
And she texted me yesterday to say she's doing the e-bikes. And I was like, yeah, because I just am so excited for her to have that
Yeah.
experience. And I think that's what makes hospitality so great. And that's why if you're listening to this and you're not taking advantage of it for yourself, like you have to
go travel,
be a
see
part of it.
things.
You will be better because of it.
For sure.
You will run your property more efficiently. You'll get new ideas and you'll stay fresh and excited about this amazing industry that we're in. And I know that we totally segued off of what our plan was, but it felt like it was a more conversational podcast. And I just really believe we're so lucky.
1,000%.
And it's created such a great experience for our family. And then we're also instilling in our children
how important it is to travel.
to get out and travel. You know, like I never left the country until I went with you when you graduated high school.
Yeah.
And that wasn't even on like my radar of like things I'm interested in. It's not like I wasn't interested. It just, that's not what my family did. Like we went camping and stayed at hotels by stadiums.
Now
you know?
I can't even pay you to go camping.
No, you couldn't. You couldn't. But I'm just, and to let our kids experience iconic places like the Biltmore and like the Del Coronado, and this isn't historical, but like Resorts World.
Yeah.
That's a $4 billion hotel.
I mean, we love it.
And I love it,
I love it too.
and I was so excited when it opened. And our kids have had these amazing experiences. Like the one time we checked into the Conrad before we were going on to Mexico, because we had to fly out of Vegas. And it was like dead. It was like a Wednesday.
Yeah.
There was nobody there. And the gal at the front desk, her name was Jade?
Navy. Just another color.
But even we remember that. This was like 3 years ago.
Yeah, she was amazing.
And so Navy was like, oh my gosh, you're with your family. And we had like a 1 king room because that's your best chance to get an upgrade. Little trade secret. And she's like, oh, you have your whole family. Like, let me put you in a suite. And I was like, really? She was like, yeah, we've got this awesome room. You're going to love it. It's perfect. No one's here. So why don't you guys experience it? So we don't know what we're getting. We go up to our room, we open it up. The ceilings are like 15 feet tall.
Oh, yeah.
You walk in, you've got a kitchen to your right, a dining table to your left, a huge living room, and we are just in awe.
And 2 bedrooms.
Amazing. And the toilet seats that automatically walk up when you walk in, and they heat up. And so our kids are just going nuts. And then she calls and she's like, hey, I want to do something special for your kids. Like, what do they like? And she gave me a couple choices, and we picked macaroons. And then she just sends macaroons up to the room for the kids, you know? Or like when we've stayed
and she didn't have to do that.
Of course not.
Like no part of her had to do that. Like, but it's just
and
like
now it's a
like
memory.
Yeah.
And we remember her name from 3 years ago, you know? And what's so cool about hospitality is then you can also like, you can repay that kindness, you know? Like if Navy ever, I think we gave her our email and it's like, hey, if you ever come to Zion, like let us repay you for your kindness. Or when we went to the Waldorf, and this when our kids were younger, this is the one in Park City, and they set up that tent and they had the thing, and it was just like
cookies.
Oh, you know? And it's so easy to do that stuff.
I know. It makes me want to get a hotel and like create that experience.
Well, it's funny because Jordan just had messaged me this week, 505 and the local motel and shops in Eugene, and he was like, what's the best system to keep track of like birthdays, favorite snacks? Like and Stash does it, you know, but only for Stash members, because he wants to like fizzle in that the thing is, it's not hard. It's not difficult to do that. Like the Waldorf in Park City, they just sent me a questionnaire and said, who's coming? What are their names? What are you doing? What do you like?
Yeah.
And so like they had cookies with our kids' names on it, and they had a bottle of champagne for you. And like,
I mean, obviously it makes sense for larger hotels, right? So for some of our smaller hotels, like maybe that's just not feasible.
You could do it if you're on site. You can't do it virtually, but if you're on site, you certainly could.
Totally.
You know, and even like the Dwellings has that little bag, and she has the dog tags and like those little tiny things that guests remember and mention all the time.
Yeah.
You know, so you get the chance to make someone's core memories. And I just think, gosh damn, I'm so happy to be in hospitality.
Same.
And even doing this podcast, like just sharing that out with someone, and hopefully if you're listening to this and maybe you feel like you're just in the doldrums of work coming and going, take a minute to remember how lucky we are to be doing this.
Totally.
You know, like this is awesome. We're in the best industry in the world, and it's never the same.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's my stump speech.
Love it.
Hospitality.
Great way to start the summer.
Yeah, what a great place to be. Maybe it's because it's the last day of school. I don't know. The vibes were just like,
send it.
Yeah. Just needed to just be a casual conversation. I just need to get off my chest. I just love it so much, you know?
I think you're about to cry.
And if you're, no, I'm not about to cry. But if you're not in hospitality, and somehow you're listening to this podcast, which I don't know how that would happen.
Maybe they want to get into hospitality.
Get into it, you know? And if you're in it and you're having a moment with a tough customer or a tough day or a tough boss, just remember how grateful you are and how lucky and fortunate we are to be in this place where we get to help people make core memories.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's it.
Great job.
Yeah. Is that it?
Yeah.
That's a wrap.
Kudos to you.
Kudos to me. Happy summer. If your kids are out of school, and if they're not, I'm sorry.
Some people probably still have like a month left.
Yeah. I think in Wyoming, we didn't get out till June.
Well, I mean, June's only a week away.
Oh, Meagan, please. Okay. Well, thank you so much for listening. I'm so excited to share this hospitality journey with you. If you've been with us since the beginning, we've been together for over 100 episodes. And what a great way to end it. Just so thankful. This is episode 47. We are getting close to season 3. Wow. 48, 49, 50, 51, 52. We're only 5 episodes away from season 3, which is hard to believe.
Wow.
Thank you so much for listening and hanging out with us today. Again, I will put the show notes for maximizing OTAs, so you can go check that episode before. Lots of great antidotes in that. Have a great summer. We'll see you in a week.